You want to come in and join? You want to come in and join the stream?
No.
Are you sleepy? Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Today is the anniversary of Lewis Schaffer arriving in this country. I think 26 years ago, right? Would it be that way? 2000, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. Let me just make sure this is going. Can you see me, everybody? 2000, I arrived 2000, 2001, 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I lost track already. Anyway, welcome everybody. Hello, Lord Dream. Hello, Top Cat. Hello, Keith Bexley. Hello, Rod. Hello, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Claire. Elite Elixir Scott, thank you for the great thumbnails. Horseye, thank you for being here. Who else is here? Let's make sure Chris is here. Or Lewis Schaffer, another chauffeur. Thank you very much. Chris is here. He's using his real name. That's what we should discuss today. You know, what should we do to keep the stream loving? The stream's been very, very loving. But we had an incident last week that's really, really bothered me a little bit because I don't know. I have to act as a father. I'm not really a dad. That's what, my fantasies about being a dad. I don't think I'm a particularly good dad. I have my one son here tells me what to do, and the other son is just seething with anger against me. So there we go. So we got that. So we got Chris Zach Jones is here. That's an MJ Tiger Fang. Hello, MJ. Thank you for coming. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay, that's number one. I would like to discuss that. What we do. What kind of discourse can we have? Okay. I believe in discourse. I believe in anger. I believe people could possibly be angry, but you can't have personal attacks because number one, it means you've lost the argument if you're attacking someone personally. Okay? Number one. That's number one. And this stream has been unbelievably lucky. We've had relatively no, what do you call the people coming in here? No hackers, no, what do we call them? Dark Matt Carney is here. Hello there. What do we call people who are coming in just to cause trouble? We have very few of those people just to cause trouble. I mean, we all want to cause trouble. We all want attention paid to ourselves. So today is the 402nd stream day. That's not including the nighttime streams. It's the 27th of July. There was no None had American radio show because as I got an email yesterday saying they're on holiday today. I didn't know. It's not such a big deal. But thank you, Paul. The show will be aired in the future. It's always good to have a show like that. The 27th of July, 2026. This is the 49th day of the second year. People say that I am not industrious. And I think, I must have some industrialness. Okay. So, I am industrious. Look at how many, 402 straight days practically. It shouldn't be like Twitter, where crazy leftist types accuse people of things and call people the C word. Yes, you shouldn't call anybody the C word, and you shouldn't accuse people of stuff that's not germane. You could say to me, Lewis, oh, you're always harping on about carbs, but you eat carbs. I see you, and I think you're allowed to do that. Sylvia, is that Sylvia, Lewis? As you're asking, I just wanted to say that, yes, I've sent you coffees. You have. There you go, Sylvia. Thank you, Sylvia. I was wondering, who is Sylvia? Have we met before? Have we met in person before? Maltese Phil is here. He says, hello, lovely people. So today is a summer Monday. So Resonance Radio takes off for August. And so there won't be a Lewis Schaffer show. It's okay to attack someone personally on the condition you attack their argument. Yes, Jordan Peterson attacks everyone personally, but it's his argument is always based on here is. Yes, it has to be based on the argument. You're basically giving up on discussion if you attack that person. You know, you can say, oh, how can I believe you? You color your hair black, or you're fat or whatever. Okay, Sylvia. Well, I want to say thank you to Sylvia for supporting. I don't know whether that's another thing we can discuss, whether it's okay for me to shout out the people who have supported this stream openly. And Daz is here. So it's going to be, and Daz is here. So that's an important consideration. Anyway, everybody, welcome Sylvia. Sylvia's mother says, that's one of the saddest songs. And the operator, you know that song, Sylvia's mother. And the operator says another something for the next 3 minutes. Oh, please, Mrs. Avery, I want to talk to her. I want to ta-na-na-na. And the I'm going to cry. What a sad song. But it's also, there's an improvement because it's just so, telephone calls are so cheap. Remember, you have to constantly be putting money in there. Okay, well, keep on listening, Elite Elixir Scott. Maybe we can distribute the recording of NAR someplaces else. No, it's not, maybe, I don't know. It rained here today. First July rain in 4 years. Is that true? It didn't rain 4 years ago, or 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, Maltese. Oh, you're in Malta. You're in Malta. It doesn't rain in Malta. It doesn't rain in California, but girl, don't let me warn you. It pours. Man, it pours out of my head. I'm out of bread. You know that song? Losers lose arguments when they start ranting and name calling. It's immature, but quite entertaining. That is true. But I mean, we all seem to know each other here. You're going off to the SHOP. What can you bring back that's good, producer? What can you bring back? He's going on. There you go. Sylvia says hi to Claire and hi to Elite and hi to everybody. Welcome. Where do you live, Sylvia? Yeah, they lose, but it's not about winning arguments or losing arguments. It's about creating a nice, warm, loving place. You can say anything you want to me, but to other people in the stream, my singing voice could be franchised and used to keep birds off airport runways. Is it that bad, Top Cat? Please, and the opera. I'm going to find out what that song is. Do you know that song that I'm thinking about? And the operator says 40 cents more for Dr. Hook. He was quite famous. And it was written by Shel Silverstein. That is amazing. 1972. It was a single, and it was the first hit song. It was written by Shel Silverstein and produced by Ron Hafkind. It was highly successful, reaching number 5. It was a huge, sassy thing. As well as number 2. It was number 2 in the UK, so you know that song if you're old enough. It was number 2. It was also reached number 1 in South Africa. It was the 3rd ranked song for the year. What a great, great song. And songwriter Shel Silverstein. Who is he? He sounds like he should be famous. Oh my God, he looks horrible in the picture. Oh my God, he looks absolutely horrible. He was a cartoonist, songwriter, musician, born in Chicago, in the Army, rose to prominence he missed the war. He missed the war. Have you ever heard of this guy? It was dedicated to his daughter. Um, he died in 1990. He died. He was 1 year younger than I am, Columbus.
Yes, you're old.
Am I old?
Take care of your health.
And I don't take care of myself health. Well, we could talk about that. You live in Northwest London. Well, there you go. Well, guess who lives in London? Lewis Schaffer. I live in Southeast London, so we live kind of diagonally across the way. All right. Well, keep that in mind. So I should write that down. Everybody lives in London when I start doing shows in London. When I start doing shows, I'll probably do shows around here first. We're having a special guest tomorrow. Lois Perry is coming in tomorrow. Okay. What? Okay, and then we have and then on Thursday, which is in 2 more days after that, Roger Gewald. Do you know who he is? He's a guy who was on GB News. He's like an altacock. He's starting comedy at 83 years old. 83. Well, give him, tell us how he's doing it. You should try restricting your carb intake, Lewis. Yes, to be healthy, Keith Bexley. Thank you very much. I should. Would a seawater reservoir work? What is a seawater reservoir? What do you mean by that, Daz? Anyway, so let's get back on this. Calliope is here. Calliope, hello, Calliope. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Calliope is here, and she says hello to beautiful Claire. So we're spreading the love. You go, hello, gorgeous Claire. Calliope. Lois is lovely, and she's funny too. Yeah, she's got a lot of personality. She's got more personality than I have. Well, my personality is diminishing and diminishing. Claire loves her. Okay, Daz, possibly in the Gulf states where they irrigate golf courses with desalinated seawater. Well, it's not. It's once you take the salt out of it, it stops being kind of like seawater, right? Do you know that the Caspian Sea is an ocean? It's a saltwater lake. I guess similar to the Dead Sea in Israel. I wonder how they get the salt out of the water. I think they run electricity through it, or maybe they put it out into big pans, and they get the salt to use for people to eat. Not that salt is that necessary. I mean, it is necessary, but I don't think people need as much of it. You have lots of personality. I could listen to you all day. Yeah, because you don't have much going on, Claire. That's not what that means. Anyway, Zach says, have you ever been to Studio 54? No, but I know where it is. It's on 54th Street. It used to be a New York. It used to be a broadcast center for CBS, I think, or maybe it was NBC. It's located in New York. New York is like Washington. It needs to be too. I don't think it was named because of that. It's just the capital of the state, and they named the entire state. But upstate New York is not like New York. But I'm from New York. Well, where are you from New York? Are you from Buffalo? It takes 10 hours to drive a car from New York City to Buffalo, maybe 8. It takes a long time. I'd like to check that out. How long it takes. I think I want people to feel safe. They have special plants. Yes, they do. They're desalinization plants. Could somebody maybe check that out so I don't have to do it? No. What is the guy? What did Shel Silverstein do that was like really amazing? He wrote a lot of books. Theater. Short sketches. He wrote short sketches. I don't know. Have you heard of this guy, Shel Stevenson? That tree poem or story, that tree poem. Did he do that? Did Shel Silverstein? Let me find out what it says. What is Shel Silver? Let's see what it says. Where the Sidewalk Ends, book of poetry. That's one of the things. What is the saddest poem ever written? Tonight I can write the saddest lines. Funeral blues, spring and fall. What else was there? Does it say anything about um um I mean, that's pretty damn sad. The idea is you're calling to somebody and the operator says you need to put in, 20 pence more for the next 3 minutes. It's such a doomy thing. Don't quote me, but that famous dance that John Travolta did in Saturday Night Fever may have not been filmed inside, or at least, no, I don't think it was filmed inside Studio 54. I don't think it was. I think it was filmed down there in Brooklyn. Most of it was filmed in Brooklyn. When Brooklyn was Brooklyn, not like it's now, not like it's filled with like lesbians now who hate New York. My poem is lonely, Corsai, so lonely. The sea waves are busy. Well, that's a really sad concept. Just looking at the sea and just thinking, my God, the sea waves are busy. But thank you, Calliope, beautiful, beautiful Calliope. We have desalinated water in Malta. Yeah, I guess are there any lakes in Malta? I don't think there are. Are there any rivers in Malta? Maltese Phil? Are there rivers in Malta? And the answer is no. There are no permanent, except country features seasonal values that only carry water after heavy rainfall. Well, yeah, and they speak in the language there. Well, Brooklyn. I was born in Brooklyn. I lived in Brooklyn. I wouldn't call it Lewis Schaffer country. I spent more time in Manhattan than in Brooklyn. And Hanny is saying hello to me. He wrote The Giving Tree, Shel Silverstein. He wrote The Giving Tree. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for calling me King Lewis. I'd love to be a king. I don't want to be a king. I don't want that kind of responsibility. I'm a baby. I'm like really immature. I wrote some poems on poem sites a few years back, says MJ Tiger Fang. I like reading poems. I like to. I mean, I can't read poems. I can't read poems. I can barely understand what other people are saying. I can barely understand what I'm saying. The metaphysical tree is the tree, says Rilke. And look at that, Kermit is here. Hello, Kermit. In 1978, it was 2001 Odyssey. It kept the illuminated floor, which was installed specially for the film, and became Spectrum, a gay men's dance club. 2001 Odyssey. Let's find out where that was. So we learned that that Malta has no fixed rivers. It's a dry little island off the coast of Sicily. So let's see where Odyssey 2001 location Brooklyn. There you go, Brooklyn. Sadly, it's since closed and recently demolished. It stood at 802 64th Street and 8th Avenue. That's sad. That is really sad. I'm against destroying all buildings. I'm against this. Was a famous 1970 located. Yeah, thank you for this, Kermit. It's in Bay Ridge. Used to be all Italian. Now, I mean, who knows who lives there now? You could learn a lot about places and how countries and cities are taken over. But we've never had the country taken over by Muslims. We never had that. But I mean, Brooklyn was once English people. It was once Dutch people. The name Brooklyn is Dutch. And then the Irish took over, the Jews took over, the Italians took over, the English took over even before that. Then black people, then Puerto Ricans, the Porco Ricans, as my grandmother used to say, lovingly, not meant badly. I'm going to Ely tomorrow, my spiritual home, not your spiritual home, but great for web toes. Why? Ely is a great place. I've been in the cathedral there. It's one of those hills in the middle of swamps, and then they drain the swamps. Yeah. Why are you going there, Corsai? Tell us why. Tell me why. Tell me why. So many old buildings here have been demolished. It's so sad, and I get quite emotional about it. I'm against it completely. Every building should be historically protected. After, like, let's say you make a mistake after 10 years, maybe 10 years you can tear it down, but not a 40-year-old building. Not a 40-year-old building. Tell me why song. Tell me, Super Mode, 1951 song. What is the name of that? Not Super Mode, not Backstreet Boys. What is the name of that song? The Shamanad. What is the name of the thing? Hello, sweet pea elixir. How are you? And how is Crystal? That's so nice. That's beautiful, beautiful calliope. Thank you very much. What about the Angles, the Saxons, the Scots, the Celts, the Cornish? Yes, exactly. That people move in, and I guarantee you, when the Saxons moved in, the Britons were not happy. It's similar to a time now. So maybe it'll all work out, but I don't think so, but maybe it'll work out. You're going to shopping and lunch. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. I'd love to be going out. I'd love to be going out on trips. And now's the perfect time to go out. That's why guys need girlfriends, to go out, to say, hey, we got to go out of the house. Women love to go out. Men like to get the girl home, but girls like to go out. Black people is offensive. The far left say that we should call them either African American, people of color, or as the BBC tried to push, BAME. Black people. I don't think that's offensive. If you call someone a black person, you are calling them a person. So that's not. Are they calling us white people? Well, what should I be called? Am I even a white person? I'm a Jew. Paul Simon's Capeman was written about the mixed race Derek Walcott, about a Puerto Rican in Brooklyn. Yeah, I think he was trying to be leftist at the time. And it was some kind of murder. I don't even know what that is. I did not pay attention to that. We have had old buildings back from Victoria times just abandoned and become taken back by nature, covered in vines and plants. Yes, I'm against it totally. And that, like America too, how they just promote that stuff. I'm the chosen. I'd like to believe that I'm the chosen. I'd like to believe that God chose me. I'd like to believe in God. I'd like to believe. I want to believe. What is that song? Tell me why. Tell me why. What is it? Shamanad? What is the name of the song? What do you know the song that I'm thinking about? It's still so okay. That's Calliope. She had her eyes done. Beautiful, beautiful eyes, and she'll be able to see. And when she sees Lewis Schaffer, you go, oh my God, you are as beautiful as I thought you were going to be. That's what she's going to say to me. When you search, I am proud to be white and not black, it says stuff about white supremacy. If you say I'm proud to be black and not white, it says you should be proud. Yeah, well, this is the ideology that they're pushing on people. This is the problem here. This is the problem here. Kate, man, is not leftist at all, says Paul. It uses the N-word copiously. And Walcott is not a leftist. He inspired by Greek mythology. Well, they did that too. They used to say, they used to ascribe greater motives like Greek mythology to the low down. the lowdown. I don't, you know what it is? I don't dislike people as much as I used to. And some people I dislike more. It goes up, it goes down. It goes up, it goes down. What is the name of this song? Tell me why. Tell me why. Song. You guys are not helping with this song. Tell me why song 1980s. Let's see what it says. Bronski beat. Bronski beat. Who came up with the answer for that? No one. No one wins. It was the Bronski beat. You know that song? And he turned it to be whatever this guy is. The Bronski beat. Contempt in your eyes as I turn to kiss his lips. Broken, I lie, all my feelings denied. Blood on your fist. Can you tell me why? Contempt in your eyes as I turn to maybe it's like a pro-gay song. That's quite interesting. Let's see if we can get the lyrics going. Let's see if we can get the lyrics going. Let's see what it is. It's a second single. This song is an up-tempo synth rock. Has been classified as high NGR because it berates society. What does that mean, high NGR? Why is the opening track? Hold on a second. What does that mean? Let's see what the lyrics say. Top 10. It became a gay anthem. Contempt in your eyes when I turn to kiss his lips. Broken, I lie, all my feelings denied. Blood on your fist. Tell me why. I never even knew what the lyrics were. That's amazing. That's really, really, really. Small Town Boys, another song from Bronski Beat. Small Town Boys, a gay coming of age thing. Getting his cherry popped. Okay, interesting. Paul Yoward coming in with the information there. But that was one of my, it's a favorite. So I listen to it now if I could remember what it was. But I do appreciate that. Tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why. You and me together fighting for our love. Yeah, I think that's really, it's a bit tragic. It's a bit tragic. Light-skinned folk get called white, but this makes Jews and Japanese white, whereas black folk, Pakistani, etc., are brown. Skin color is not the same as race, ethnicity. And race and ethnicity is so bullshit, except for Jews. We're better than everybody. Should embrace our differences and embrace our ancestry. I love that I'm 25% Irish. I get to have drinking privileges from 6 p.m. to midnight. Well, there are lots of Irish people who don't drink. So you shouldn't push that. And the country, it shouldn't be overwhelmed with people. So that's what I believe. When was the best gay songwriter? Who was? And he says Elton John or Freddie Mercury. I think Elton John has way more hits than Freddie Mercury. I would say, wouldn't you say? He lasts longer. He's still alive. Freddie Mercury is dead. Poor Freddie. And even the skin it's such effing bullshit. It's a question of who's on your team, who supports your football team, who is like you. That's, I think, the question of race. My thinking is that I will never apologize for my race and ethnicity. It wasn't my choice, and anyone who doesn't like it can eat dick. Eat a dick. Only one calliope. Yeah, why should you apologize for that? Why should we give them any effing money? The biggest slave traders were the black people in mid-Africa. To be fair, Elton John never wrote the tunes and not the words. It was Bernie Taupin. But let's be honest, the words are not as major as the song, as the music. And they've done studies. They found that that the music is 85% of a song. Don't you agree with that? Don't you agree with that? Yes, I agree. Yes, we agree with that. Are we going to have a race debate here? I'm going full Alan Wicker and proud of it. What did he say? I don't know what he said. Who is Alan Wicker? Anything involving Jimmy Somerville was a gay anthem. That's right. He was the guy. He was the guy, and I think he became a preacher. What happened to him? Let's hope he's not dead. He's probably a similar age to me. Jimmy Somerville alive? Question mark. And the answer is yes. Yes, he's 65 years old. He's from Glasgow. The Commonards, that's what it was called. Please don't leave me this way. I can't resist your tender kiss. Please don't leave me this way. Love and desire for you. So do what you gotta do. Jimmy Somerville. Hey, 65 years old. 65 years old. 1984 was Bronski Beat. Then the Commonards. He was only there for a year. Self-titled debut, Don't Leave Me This Way, which was the best-selling single in 1986. So Cold Tonight. I don't know that. He disbanded in 1988, so 40 years ago. He was still young. He was still young. In the gay culture. What does gay culture mean? That's a bunch of bull. That's another thing that I think is a bunch of bull. Yes, Richard Coles. Which one? The keyboardist is Reverend Coles. And he became. Okay, I did not know that. I thought it was this guy became. I mean, it's an anthem. It's the number one song in Britain in 1980, whatever it was. Really, Don't Leave Me This Way. Bronski Beat. And then what happened? Commonards, they went to 1991. The problem is, you get a few hits in the beginning and then you don't get any hits. Let's see what the Jimmy Somerville biography is. I mean, discography. As a featured artist, as a lead artist, Suddenly Last Summer. These albums, those are studio albums. Let's look for. I'm looking for. I didn't sleep well last night because I was watching a movie late at night, and I shouldn't have done it. It was a spooky movie. Eyes Wide Shut with Tom Cruise. Okay. Let's see if we can get the singles. Where are the singles? Here are the singles. For the Bronski Beat. US #1. Small Town Boy #1. And then what about Don't Leave Me This Way? #1 in the USA as well. So 2 #1s. That's amazing. And then Heartbeat was #1 in the USA as well. I don't even know what that song is. I mean, it's a bit of a trash. It's like being a comedian. You come and you go. They're no longer interested in you. Then you make a comeback. Colorado woman was left in shock after catching her boyfriend with her own mother. Well, what is she an ageist? Is she against older women finding love? Does she think is she mad that he finds the mother attractive? Where was that written there? Small Town Boy became the go-to song to accompany homelessness documentaries for about a decade. Small Town Boy. Thank you, Kermit. Alex Armstrong recently came out on GB News as gay. And he said, it's such a small part of who I am, which is why most people don't know. Basically, it is. It is a big part because you're saying I'm not going to have any children, so it's a very big part. That's why I'm against it. That's why I'm against it. I didn't know that. Thank you, Chris, for that information. Sexuality should not define us. Well, I don't think it should. No, I don't think it should. It's not such a big deal. And more and more you meet people and you're like totally surprised that they're gay. Like Lewis Schaffer. Would you know that I'm gay with me hitting on all the girls? Would you know that I'm gay? That I'm married and I've got kids? But would you know that I'm gay? That I have sex with girls? Would you know that? Would you know because of my porn collection here? Would you know all the pictures of big booted babes? Hot chicks, girls from Brazil. I saw Erasure, says Corsai, the best concert. I got covered in Andy's sweat. Erasure is so good. Oh, l'amour. Is that an Erasure song? Is that an Erasure song? Let's see what it says about Erasure. Oh, l'amour. Oh, yeah, they were also, were they gay too? Who knows? Anyway, Alex isn't particularly camp and doesn't partake in the gay nonsense as gay nonsense than Benji does. I believe the first mentioned it on Daily Espresso with JJ, then not long after on GB News. You know what? I think if you're a politician, people need to know. They need to know. They want to know the truth. They don't want people who are lying. Like that guy Tallarico in Texas. So have you followed him? Have you followed him? Let's see what it says about Erasure Duo. Let's see what it says here, discography. Let's see what the discography is. I loved it. I loved it. Let's see. Let's look for the singles, albums, list, extended play, singles. Singles. Sometimes. That was number 2 in the UK and number 3 in the US. Doesn't have to be. Yeah. Let's see what else. What else? Very big in Britain and a bit fading in America. But I used to listen to that. Um, Oh L'Amour. That is not. Who sang Oh L'Amour? Oh L'Amour. Oh L'Amour song. It's a song by Erasure. I can't listen to it here. I don't want it taken away. 1986. It says synth pop duo. Those were good synth times. What did you say, Vatanai? Did I miss it? I didn't see your comment. Where was your comment? Lewis, it's a rare gift indeed to be able to make any song in any genre sound the same. That's true, Vatanai. That's true. And I do appreciate you not being mad at me just because I missed your content. Really, let's be honest. I sit here looking for the girls because they can get even more upset than you can get, if you miss their content. But thank you very much. I'm not a great singer. Small town boy. Okay. Who is the cholera? That's typical. Women getting upset. There was a German woman at the Berlin attack. Can we not talk about that? We're not talking about that. Andy Bell was camper than a row of pink tents, says Kermit. Okay, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, well, they were gay times back then. They were good times. Lewis Schaffer was gay back then. Everybody was gay back then. Because these guys, they came out of a time of divorce. So they spent a lot of time with women and and then they became an adult and they don't want to spend any more time with with women, or they were sold a bill of goods on women, and then they hung out with women, and these women are not quite as good as they could be. Not the women here. The women here are amazing. Lord Dream is here speaking to Calliope. That's awful. People can be so deranged. Okay, I'm not even going to read it. I'm sorry. You don't need to point out horrible things that we are in a state of war. We're in a state of war. If I pretend to be a girl, will you love me more? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I will love you more, even if you pretend to be a girl. Calliope is a girl. I love Calliope. Tell him he's handsome before your comments. She says to Vatanai Calliope. Yes, that's true. Yes. I mean, this is what women have learned to do. I mean, they used to. I don't know if they still do it. Like what Claire does. She just like blows me up. It's just nice to hear. Chris Zach says, I have a question for the ladies. Not all ladies. Why do you wear thongs and G-strings when sprinting in the Olympics? Why the short skirts, not skirts during Wimbledon? Do we have any Olympic runners here? How are they supposed to know? How are they supposed to know? Because women like people to pay attention to them. And if you spend years of your life trying to get fit and you look good, like you take a look at Claire, she looks good. You want people to look at you. You want people to look at you. There was that twin brother singers, Bros, and their controversy back then over them or one of them being gay. I think people need to be left alone and not bullied like that. Maybe you're right. Why do people need to know whether somebody's gay or not? What do you think? I think people need to know. Oh, l'amour broke my heart, and now you're in too. Oh, l'amour. Let's see if I can find the lyrics. As track listings, original release. Oh, l'amour lyrics. Uh-oh. Oh, l'amour lyrics. Kermit comes in. I will definitely add that stipulation next time I'm using an analogy, Paul. What did Paul say? I missed Paul's comment too. It is true. I mean, I do prefer the ladies. This is why I find it so hard when somebody calls me, the M word, whatever the M word is. Oh, l'amour broke my heart, and now I'm aching for you. Oh, mon amour, which means my love. What's a boy in love supposed to do? Looking for you, and you were looking for me. Always reaching for you, and you were too blind to see. Oh, love of my heart, why leave me alone? I'm falling apart, no good on my own. Oh, l'amour broke my heart, and now I'm aching for you. Mon amour, what's a boy in love supposed to do? Why throw it away? Why walk out on me? Just live for the day, for the way it should be. There once was a time, had you here by my side. You said I wasn't your kind, only here for the ride. Maybe that's about people having, homosexual relationships, and they weren't as committed as the other guy. Like wasn't that Boy George, where he was in love with the guy? He was in love with the guy, and the guy said, "Listen, I want to get married to this girl," and he goes, "You can't do." I don't know whether Boy George said this, but he said something like that. Luke became an actor in Blade 2, Hellboy 2. Says Kermit. The bros were in Lou Goss, Matt and Luke Goss. I saw the television program, or I heard of the television program, but I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. My cousin got her photo taken once with Brother Beyond. I don't know. Lewis Dahl. What if I told you I was fat? Would you love me? Of course I would. Because you're here on the stream. You're making my life better. You're making everybody's life better. So you can be fat. I probably wouldn't have sex with you, but I would still love you. And I would try to get you to lose weight. And then you'd lose weight. And what would happen is you'd be super hot. I mean, you're hot now. Let's say you're fat. You'd get hotter because everyone gets hotter when they get thinner. And you would dump me. You would dump me, Lewis. You look way younger than Jimmy Somerville. Well, because I got a bit of hair. I've got a bit of hair. He grew up in England, Scotland, whatever, and there's not enough sun up there. I guess that's what it is. It's a genuine art form to create something that is fictional and to make people laugh. It is something that the left can't understand. Everything they feel, they feeling everything, they get offended. Well, is that true? Is it only conservative people who create art? I'm not sure that that's true, Chris. Boy George says, let me chain you to a radiator. Yeah, but maybe the guy wanted to be chained to a radiator. Can you imagine being chained to a radiator in Boy George's home? Calliope crawfish, when your eye is better, you're welcome to visit Cambridge, says Corsair. Yeah, we should all go up to Cambridge. Did you know the life expectancy with people with HIV is longer than people without HIV? Okay, I could believe that because I don't believe in HIV, period. You know, and maybe because they've been told they're going to die, and maybe they've been told that they should try to be cleaner, honey. Is that true? Fat shaming is good, says Chris Zach Jones. Paul Cox is a victim. He gets better looking every day. Is he a victim? He's getting thinner and thinner. I used to call him fat on the program. Remember that? Lewis Dahl. What if I told you I was fat, 19.5 stone? Would you still love me? Lud, I would still love you. I will not have sex with you because you're 19.5 stone. Unless you really, really, really loved me. And the same thing with everyone. If you really loved me, I would probably do you because that's the way I am. I need love. I need love. But at the same time, 19.5 stone is way too much stone. You got to lose the weight, Lud. Are you losing the weight? Are you listening to Lewis Schaffer? Look at how great I look. 76. Look at the thin neck. Let's all get thin and beautiful. What if someone had a fungal or ear infection, Lewis? Would you still do that? Fungal ear infection. I think I've got one now or coming out of my ear right now. Would I still do them? If I don't notice it, possibly. Yes. Maybe. I would tell you the same thing I would tell a fat person. Let's get thin. The thin neck doesn't make women. No, I don't think they like it. But I don't even know if I look good right now. But I think we all need to be thin. Do we not? Who's going to argue with me on this? I really love you, Lewis. This is what Claire says, and I would do you. Okay, that's what I like to hear. If you're fat and you came to me and said, Lewis, I used to be fatter and I'm losing weight. Will you do me? I will do you. I would. Pete Burns was a gay man too. He 100% identified as a man, but essentially dressed like a woman. He had no desire to transition. Well, back in the day, people couldn't really transition. But he had a feminine personality. He acted like a feminine. No guy has a feminine personality. You need the hormones. You need the genetic material. David Bowie had a similar personality. I don't believe that, Chris. I don't believe you have a feminine personality. Men are men, women are women. There is an overlap a little bit. But the idea that I think like a woman, fuck you, you don't. Nobody does. Thin necks are okay, says Top Cat. Don't do it. He's got foreign germs. I don't believe you can catch a germ. So it doesn't bother me. I don't believe in germs. You know, thin now. Like everybody's talking about people coming from Africa and bringing in Ebola, whatever it is. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. I like to find the happy medium. I used to be too skinny, MJ Tiger Fang, and now I'm on the tubby side. But my weight is good. Well, do you have extra fat? Forget about how much the actual poundage is, MJ. Let's be thin. Let's be thin. And it's really hard to be thin. It's really hard because there's food all over the world. All over the world. So tomorrow I'm so thrilled. Tomorrow I'm doing week 4 of Thought Police. I'm not happy with the name, but because I'm not policing anybody. But I'm happy with Mike Graham. I just love the guy. And even if you don't like me, you could like Mike Graham. And even if you don't like Mike Graham, you could like me. He's so chatty and talkative. I'm going to get better at this thing. I'm listening to myself, and I realize that as we get older, men and women could be a little bit slow with the jokes. Androgynous image, says Keith. Who has an androgynous image? I wouldn't say it a female personality, Kermit. He was rough as assholes for a bloke. Never mind a woman. Yeah, yeah. He wants to dress up as a woman for people to pay attention to him. We all did shit like that. We all did that. When when it all comes out about Lewis Schaffer, you go, that guy was I wasn't even that weird. You have to be really consistent to be considered proper weird. A man can be feminine. A woman can be masculine. My argument has always been to embrace this. However, this is Chris Zach Jones. However, embrace what God assigned us at birth. No doctor assigned me anything. Yeah, you're born with hormones and shit like that. And also, it has to do with who you're raised with. If you're raised with a very strong, dominant mother, that can affect the way you act. That's what gender is. It's like pretending to be something. I'm pretending. I'm told by women that Pete Burns was quite an attractive man in the 80s, which was not the case when he started with the plastic surgery and lip implants. No, women don't like to see that. They don't want to see a guy because they care what a guy looks like, but they're not as obsessed with looks like I am. Calliope says, I'm 26 stone. How much is a stone? 26 stone is that how much you weigh? Calliope. We gotta get thin. Let's get thin. I'm thinking of a different song with different words. I just started TRT. I will keep you up to date on the result. It can change your personality, these kind of drugs, but it doesn't make you a girl, does it? Does it? You and Mike have a good chemistry, Lud says, I think. I really enjoy it. You could see, and Lud, I've seen the comments that you've written. Thank you very much for commenting on it. Okay. I really enjoy it. You can see the relationship developing if you can learn to keep your hands to yourself. I know. I guess I mean I like to touch people. 14 pounds or 6. So if you weigh 26, I weighed 20, I weighed 15 kilograms. 15, sorry. I weighed 15 stone. I don't remember how much I weighed. Going back 30 years or so, there was a successful cyclist called Robert Miller. He transitioned in 2000. Now he's called Philippa York. He was the most successful Brit in cycling before. So he was a guy. He was a guy. I mean, that's cheating. I think it's cheating. That's why they don't, it's cheating. It's cheating. 26, 26. What did you say? You're 26 stone? That's like 350 pounds. I don't believe that. My first ever set of weights for college was in grams. Okay, is that a joke there? Green Party leader Polanski has shared a post where a guy is wearing a t-shirt showing a guillotine and saying Nigel is next or something like that. Disgusting. Yeah, you know what? He should be arrested. Or do I believe that? Do you think for someone wearing a t-shirt saying we should kill Nigel Farage, should he be arrested? Um, how about that little geeky boy who knew about antiques, who then became a weird-looking woman who went on Celebrity Big Brother? I never watched any of those things. Yeah, I mean, if people want to take pills like that, they should be allowed to, but it should not be on the NHS. I don't believe in communism, so I don't believe the state should provide pills anyway. I used to buy a stone for a tenner from my dealer. Is that kind of like a whatchamacallit, a crack joke? Polanski deleted it now, and Farage is coming for him. I mean, yes, that's what I'm trying to do here. You know, we don't want them saying that about us. I did think Mike might be getting into it. He doesn't seem to mind the touching. Why would he? You're a good-looking boy, Lewis. Thank you very much. Look at how slender I am on that program. So slender. But also, keep keep in mind the guy who was before was like it was all about cursing, supposedly, this guy. It was all cursing and like that was some kind of radical revolutionary thing, cursing. Like it's 1965 or something. No joke in this instant, Lewis. We need a proper scales, and my weights were set in grams. No joke in this instance, Lewis. We used proper scales, and my weights were set in grams. Is that for weighing yourself or for lifting it up? Is that what you're talking about? I was born James Charles Harris. So that's similar to the guy's name, Kermit. It was a bit of crack. Crack. It was a crack joke, says Nodstick. It was a joke. I sort of got it. I think if you maybe make some kind of a put emoji there of something, it might be better. Everybody, like the stream. We've been here for an hour. If you've been here for an hour, let's like the stream. Like the stream out tucking into Dollamore for weighing ingredients. Oh, for weighing ingredients, weighing food ingredients. Well, of course it should be in that because you might want. My every scale today is 1 gram or 2 grams. What is better, Lewis? Staying fat or losing weight? This is Rebecca. We're going on Ozempic. Um, that's a tough question. What do you think? I hadn't even thought about that. I have thought about that, but I forgot what the answer was. And Hanny says, do you think Michelle Obama is really Michael? I mean, I have a friend who has a trans girlfriend. I mean, was born a boy. Um, if the person has a nice personality, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like Obama anymore. I was so happy when he was elected president. I heard there was a reform event that was arranged to take place in the area where Ann Whitcomb lived. Essentially a pop-up event where the madman planned to attend. He got the dates wrong, so he would have had to take out multiple reform candidates. I hope Ann doesn't think that she died for nothing. The whole system needs reforming. It doesn't need reforming, it needs a revolution. It needs a return to the way things used to be, which is democracy, which is you can't fuck with the local people. That's when you mess with the local people, that's a royalist thing. That's royalist. Basically, that's true. 1 gram equals 1 milliliter of water. Almost. It's not completely true. It's close. It's close enough. And I put everything in my in my app. In my app. But I'm not perfect about it. Like today I woke up, did I tell you I was 76.9, maybe 0.8. That's so good. I'm basically in control. I wasn't always in control. And there's going to be a time I'm going to be in control of my sleep. I didn't sleep well last night. I went to sleep at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And and let's all be in control. I think the Green Party will be history soon. It might be, but who are the Green Party people? They are Labor people. So there's going to be no change. 1p is roughly 3.5 grams, and 2p is roughly 7 grams. That's true. Before electronic scales, we used 1/2 pence coin. 1/16 ounce was 1 pence. 1/8 ounce is 2 pence. Yeah. Remember having all the coins we used to have. We don't get any coins anymore, practically. Okay, well, let's work on it, Calliope. I will still do you. I will do you. I will do you. I mean, but you have a husband, so maybe not. But you know what I mean? Let's all be as beautiful as we can. Let's work on it every single day. I don't know what let's just assume you're telling the truth. The truth is that cataracts are caused by a high carb diet. They're caused by diabetes. And you had cataracts. So you want to not have those cataracts come back. Whatever. You want to not have heart disease. You got to get rid of the carbs. You know me. I'm obsessed with this. Did I tell you how obsessed I am with carbs and diabetes? I might not have mentioned it before. They used to be a party about trees and environment. Now they become Islamist and single issue party of Hamas, says Alex. Yes, that they are. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. 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 They're not friends. They're not friends of us, of you, of Jews, of white people. I didn't walk today. No, I didn't walk. Because I woke up at 12:30. I'm exhausted. I think we're doing an okay job with today's show, considering how tired I am. I think this stream we're doing pretty well in the stream. Do you think we're doing well? I think. I'm gonna sit on you when I see you. Okay, yeah. I mean, I've had lots of fat girlfriends, and I always thought that they could change. I wanted my father to change, but he died of a cerebral hemorrhage and he had prostate cancer. He died of diabetes, my father. He was all itchy and his skin was falling off. Okay? So here is my point to you people. Let's live. Let's be healthy. I will do. I've said this so many times. Any of you, if you love me, I'll do you. If you love me, I'll do you. Anne never died for nothing. She was a woman who lived for freedom, an example to all, and how to fight against bad ideologies. Yes, she's a strong woman. But the point is, all of our lives are miserable. 99.999% of the people of the earth will not be remembered 20 years from today. If you die, they're not going to remember. My parents gave Ann Whitcomb a lift once after a speaking engagement. She commented to them, Bristol, hideous place. Yeah, because it's a total leftist thing. My son went there. I'm surprised he's not a communist. Bristol is the Minneapolis of the Southwest. Top Cat says it might be true. Yeah. Yeah. We should, and it's a big headquarters for the BBC. That's also something. We should all weigh ourselves in copper change. Lewis weighs 217 pounds. Is that right? Is that how much 76.8 kilograms weighs? Alex did 12,000 steps. That's amazing. Just keep on going. That's really good. Everybody, I'll give you a round of applause, Alex. You got to do that. What dream found that funny, Kaiho Kermit? Rounded down to 76. You can't do that because I haven't been down to 76. I don't think ever. So, but okay. So I'm losing some money there. I don't want to lose. I'd rather have the money. The Green Party once had an audience. It was based on do what you can. Nothing is legislated. Recycling, turning off the light strips, etc. Yeah. And then they became powerful. And then they took over Germany. You know, that's not a good sign, I don't think. So we did it, and then we were winning. But what does Hamas, open borders, and being trans have to do with being green? Because they want to be the new leftist party. Because not environmentalism, but the low CO2 is leftist. It's a communist position. Is that true? There are so many Somalians. I remember. I have a friend who was a Somalian, a lovely guy. I can't remember your running total, Lewis. Anyway, many 1P are closer to 3.6 grams, and 2P can be closer to 7.1 or 7.2, depending on wear and tear. Interesting. So if I divide, it's too complicated for me to think. Anyway, Chartel is here. Look at that beautiful Chartel. And Calliope says hello to Chartel. And Nonstick Nick forgot to add the smile. And there Chartel says hello, gorgeous Calliope. Beautiful Calliope. And there's Mildot from Missouri. Everyone welcoming Mildot. God bless America. God bless America. That's not it. Let me just see what we've got here. Another great thumbnail from Elite Elixir. Thank you, Elite Elixir, for this. Everybody, can you go and can you like it? We've got 20 people liking it. Can you just go to the stream? And like the stream and subscribe if you can, because sometimes we lose people. But so Nonstick Nick, like the stream. Calliope, Chartel, Kermit, please like the stream. I mean, you probably have anyway. Top Cat, I'm just naming names here. You probably have, so don't take offense that I've named your name. Corsai, Dark Matt Carney. That's everybody. If you're listening to this, go right down at the bottom and like. Can you see where it says right down there? Right down there, like it, and also go to the the alarm and subscribe so you get notification. Also go over here to Lewis Schaffer on Twitter. At Lewis Schaffer on Twitter. If you want to send me an email, I'm lewisschaffer2@gmail.com. I should change this and put this down here. But I like the idea. Here's a picture of my dad, my beautiful dad, and here's a picture of me. Here's a picture of me. Look at this. You know, I should put it here like that. Also, go to Discord. So, and also we had Sylvia here. Thank you, Sylvia, for coming in. And she's contributed to the stream. It's really nice. Not that much money comes in. And there's Daryl back again. Hello, Daryl. That sign looks like it escaped East Germany. Why would it look like that? It cost me 35 pounds, I think. I bought it new. I didn't even find it. And there's me with Billy Burr, and there's me with Patrice O'Neill. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. 6.35 is a stone. Kilograms is a stone. 10 stones is 63. Okay, that's my math done for the day. And your math drains, says MJ. So I think I'm about 12 because I'm 76 kilograms. But I mean, I'm 76, sorry. I'm 76 kilograms. I don't know. I think that's 12, whatever. I like the lamp in the background. It's giving the stream an autumny feel. Yeah, I found these lamps on the street. This one here. This one here that maybe needs to be covered up. It's a bit too bright. Maybe I'll move this over here. How about that? Maybe it's better that way. I've got to clean the glass here. Maybe I'll do that here. I'll do that later. I'm impressed. You're also mathematically talented. It's a man thing. America, F yeah, says Elite. We're going to save the Mother Day. Yeah, well, I hope so. I hope that's what they're going to do in Iran. I hope that's what they're going to do. I don't know. I hope they're not going to have any peace deal with them. I love the thumbnails. Make one of Lewis on a scale. Yes, which says 76.6. Thank you, Calliope. Great idea. Elite Elixir, thanks. World police, not peace. Well, somebody's got to be the world police, man. You guys have stopped doing it. You guys don't even want to do it. You want people to be fighting each other so you can get a little bit of the insurance money. So that's a good idea. That's good. Love it, Calliope, says Elite Scott. Yeah, love it. Me on a scale. And maybe make it a different color. I like the colors. I like these colors. But Lewis, when you think of Lewis Schaffer, you think of black and white. You think of black and white, so go with those things. Trump is starting a bill to deny Muslims from entering America. Totally right. They hate America. They hate America. I believe this. If you love America, you're an American. And Muslims hate America. They don't want people to eat pork. They want Sharia law, which is forcing it on us. All wars are bankers' war. I don't think that they are. Some people like to fight. They want to fight. They want to have a Muslim world. I mean, you don't associate Islam with bankers. White and blue. Yeah, that's another color that I am. I'm a white and a blue guy wearing a black suit with a white shirt. You know. I love Trump. That's my president. I love him too. I didn't think that I would, but he is the most presidential president we've ever had. Most presidential president we've ever had. And that even includes Ronald Reagan. Who's Alan? Which Alan? That's not true, Lewis. We would want world peace like Corsai. I'm informed that Alan Williams has not been on X since April. Can anyone remember the last time he was in chat? It's a long time. We've lost a few of the people. we've lost. I mean, we've lost Judels. Possibly we've lost Lucy. Lucy's like turn is mad at me. We've lost Lewis. I'm not 25 stone, so stop worrying. Well, do you know what? A lot of people are fat. A lot of people are. Okay, yeah, because I saw a picture of you and you look beautiful. But the fact is, there are people who are 25 stone. So let us be thin. Let's work at being thin. Let's make our husbands happy with thin. Let's make our wives happy that we are thin. Let's not die, everybody. I stand on my weighing scales, and if I don't like the number, I get off, move the scales with my feet across the floor, and stand on it again. What, are you the only person who does that, Lud? Everybody does that. Everybody moves the scales. Why did Judas leave? I mean, I've got my theory. I don't want to say my theory. She'll have to tell you her theory. She'll have to tell you why she did. People, you know what it is? It's also like, you know, I've been on people's pages forever, and then you drift away, and then you don't go back. You don't go back. But there are people that Clive. I used to go on his thing, and tons of different pages. I mean, it happens. It happens. I don't understand politics. I didn't understand politics at the time. For better or worse, I did like Reagan. I liked him too. But Donald Trump is amazing. He is amazing. And him putting in RFK Jr., that was brilliant. Would I bang Pauline Hanson? Is she the Australian one? I don't know who she is, really. Especially in the bathroom, as there used to be a fire hearth in there. I have uneven floors, too. Yes. Yeah, you got to find the right place to have it. I used to have 3 scales. Now I've got 2. And I actually I weighed myself twice today to see that I was 68 point. And I know in advance how close I'm going to be to that. I need to weigh about 78.4 kilograms in order to know. I like smart girls. I like girls. That's why it bothers me with people. I said this before, why people call me a misogynist. You know? I like girls. They're a lot of fun, even when they're mad at me. I don't even mind that they're mad at me. I don't want them too mad. Most accidents at home occur in the bathroom, possibly, or the kitchen. Yeah, of course. Well, everybody goes into the bathroom all the time, every single day. They're in there, every single room. So of course it's going to happen there. Yeah, Pauline Hanson is the Australian woman. So she's the Australian woman. You're not a male chauvinist, Corsi. Okay, says Corsi. You evolved past that stage. Yes. I mean, it's like what Ayn Rand says, who I am a semi-follower. She calls it objectivism. She says it, call a spade. She didn't say this, but possibly she says, call a spade a spade. What is the truth? Men are not women. You can't lie to yourself, and that's what objectivism is. Women are not the same as men. They're not happy doing what men do. I mean, you could participate with men in a lot of different things, but do you want to be, you know what I mean? It's men. What do we have except work? That's what we have. The terror attack in Paris. Can we not talk about that? We know what's going on in the world. It's like saying there's a bombing raid in Iran. We know about it. You don't need to tell us that. I'm serious, Hanny. Don't mention it, Lewis. Did you know carnivore diet can cause kidney stone? That I don't think is true. That is totally not true. We could Google that. I don't believe that. Can the carnivore diet cause kidney stone? It isn't that way. Alex, no. By raising uric acid? No. The thing that raises uric acid is a high carb diet. Increasing calcium incretion, lowering protective. No, it's an effing lie. It's an effing lie. It's a lie. I don't believe that. Okay. Chartel, am I free speech? In what way? What did I say that wasn't free speech? Chartel, beautiful Chartel. What did I say? Too much calcium can form my own personal experience because they're calcium stones. They are not. They come from oxalates. What causes? I'll tell you right now what causes it. What causes kidney stones? It's a total lie. I've looked it up. I forgot what the reason is. What did you get?
I got you.
Did you get? What did you get?
Pies.
My son got me pies. He's such a good boy. He's a good man. You're a good man. He's become a good man.
Keeping you happy costs very little money.
My other son is miserable most of the time.
He's only miserable because he feels he's persecuted whenever you ask him a question.
Right. Why is that? Does he think I'm against him? Does he think I'm not his fan or friend or father?
He's just combative by nature.
Why is he combative by nature? Was he treated differently than you were as a child? No. Because how would you know? Was he loved as much as you were loved? Was he loved as much as you were loved? He's not here. This is Columbus is here. This is the producer. I'm punishing you. Do not mention any attacks unless there's something we need to do right here. There's been this, and they need us to go to the beach and prepare for whatever it is, something like that. It's not. So it's not. This is Columbus. Yeah, don't mention Paris. You'll be banned. You'll be banned from the church. It's just so stupid. These Muslims. Why do they need to have attacks? They're going to win anyway if they just kept their mouths shut for 5 more years. How stupid. That's just so stupid. Anyway, so let's. I'm gonna thank the people for being here. We've had a really good stream. I think this stream turned out okay. I was in my sleep chart for people who are keeping track. Let's see what my sleep thing was. I was a 53. My sleep score 4.5 hours of sleep. Not enough. Let's see. Yesterday was 68, and that wasn't great. So that's 2 days in a row. I'm gonna have to go to sleep, and then let's see what the heart rate is. Oh my God! It said it went up to 102. That's not good at all. That's not good at all. My heart rate at night is 42 beats a minute. 42 beats a minute. Basically that's what it is. And then it went up to 102. That's really unusual for me. I don't think I've ever seen that. Okay. Everybody's writing it down. I'm going to thank everybody for being here. 29 people to thank. Scarlett Ashcroft. We've got to look at Scarlett Ashcroft's YouTube channel. Look at her YouTube channel. Daryl M. Thank you, beautiful Daryl. Nonstick Nick 27. Thank you, Non. Keith Morthan is 26. Rod is 25. Beautiful Rebecca is 24. Mildot is 23. Ron Smith is 22. Beautiful Ron Smith. And then there's Chartel at 21. Look at how beautiful Chartel is. Beautiful Chartel. Daz is 20. Vatanai is 19. Lud is 18. Corsai is 17. The men The men of the stream, thank you. Paul Yoward, the men, 16. Maltese Phil, 15. Beautiful, beautiful Maltese Phil. Dark Matt Carney, thank you, Dark. Keith Bexley's 13. And there's Sylvia, thank you, Sylvia. Sylvia's mother says Sylvia's busy, too busy to come to the phone. And the operator says, you probably heard that a million times. It's one of the saddest songs ever. Hanny is 11. Lord Dream is 10. Chris Zach is 9. 8 is Alex. 7 is Top Cat. 6 is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful 25 Stone. Calliope Crawfish is 6. Thank you, Calliope. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I will do you. 5 is MJ Tiger Fang. 4 is Elite Elixir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. John Van Dam is 3. 2 is Claire. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Claire. I'll do you too, Claire. Hi-ho Kermit, I'll do all of you. If you love me, I will do you. That's all. It's a high price to pay just to say, oh my God, I love you, I love you, I love you. You got to basically whip yourself into a frenzy. Okay, now let's see what the largest concurrent number is. How many of the people were watching the stream? There we go. Jim Krusty, you're coming in late. Always have you on as I'm cooking dinner. Like an evening at the pub with you all. Yes, it is, and we're happy to have you here. It's like an evening in a room above the pub. Who can guess what the top number is? Let's see what we've got here. Very, very uniform number. It's a good number. A good number. Let's see what the number is. And the stream is growing. I shouldn't even say that it is. So let's see what the number is. Okay, let's go. Okay, Elite Elixir says 35. 34, no. John Van Dam says 35, no. Elite Elixir. MJ Tiger Fang says 35. Calliope says 36. Remember, you only get one guess per person. Nonstick Nick says 32. Lord Dream says 42. Sylvia says 32. Very good range guesses. Corsai says 39. Daryl says 31. No. 40 is Hanny. 34 is Chartel. And you only get one guess, everybody. Everybody always get, let's keep it honest, only one guess. One guess. Nonstick Nick says it's 32. It'll be blue if not 32. The winner is, I'm going to give it to you, Kermit, but in the future you can't have two votes. It's 33. Not Kermit, but thank you, Kermit, is Elite Elixir. I think you've done a really good job. This has been one of the best streams we've ever had. I want to thank Kermit for had you call him the winner. One guess per person. Thank you, Chartel. Thank you, Kermit. Thank you, Corsai. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We will see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock when I hope Lois comes in. I'm going to, I hope she comes in. Don't you hope she comes in? I hope she comes in. So we will see you tomorrow. I love you. This has been one of the best shows that we've had. Best shows. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody, at 5. Remember, go to Discord, go to Twitter, go to X, make a contribution at Ko-fi if you can. Thank you very much. We will see you tomorrow.